This is the weekly chart. These are the three counts that I basically am tracking. The blue one says this was the top, and we're in the early stages of a move down to new lows. The green count, which is what I'm leaning into based off of the macro mostly, is that we get one more high up into October that may make a double top, maybe a little short, and then we start that C wave down to new lows. The red count is basically saying, this is going to be a third wave, fourth wave into the end of the year, then one more power move higher to new highs, which will start something pretty gnarly. And the way that I see this is, when is the recession going to start? There's not going to be a Q3 recession. I mean, that is just not going to happen with this data right here. So if this is going to be a top, it's going to be because the market is sniffing out some kind of event that's going to manifest. And that does happen. If you go back to the COVID high, you can start seeing price action really kind of telling you that something weird is happening. In 2008, I mean, we had this kind of 1-2 move, and then all of a sudden October hit and Lehman Brothers collapsed, and there was your third wave gap. So the market had this really horrible setup in place prior to it happening. So my point being is price action can give you warnings. Back here, right in here, if anyone was around, I was sounding the alarm saying, hey, there's a really scary setup in place, guys. Like, it's worth, in my opinion, obviously it failed, but when you see those nasty setups in place, I tend to just get on the sidelines and let the market sort it out. I don't want to get caught holding the bag on like a third wave gap down kind of move, on a large degree. So we would get those setups. We don't have them yet, but I'm going to show you what it's going to take in order to get there. One thing worth noting on the weekly chart, I've been tracking the weekly RSI. This red line has been really good, like bull market support. Then it became bear market resistance. And look, we broke above it, tested it, and now we're back below it. This green line has been great at marking pretty big tops, right? We broke above it, now we're back below it. So that's not good. I would want to see us reclaim that. But what we could see is we trend down, then make a lower high in this green count, maybe retest it and fail. That would be a really big warning sign. So this can be a good indicator on what's playing out. But as of right now, this little breakout move didn't really last long.